Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back with another video. Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. In this video, I want to talk about how semen retention will make you aggressive, man. So let's get into the video. Um, when you start to hold on to your life force energy, guys, your masculine energy, you become more aggressive sometimes, guys. Like, you have to realize something. Aggression is a good thing. Um, and the reason why it's a good thing is because when you think about it, guys, like, aggression doesn't mean that you have to be like mad, or it's not necessarily like that you're mad at anything. It's just that you have like a lot more testosterone. You're holding on to a lot of life force energy when you're retaining. So with that comes like aggression. You have like this inner lion like within you. It's kind of like this fire like starting to build up, and that's your sexual energy. And a lot of people nowadays, they don't have aggression. Like most males, well, I'm not saying that they don't have aggression, but there's a complete difference between uh being aggressive when you're not retaining versus being aggressive when you're retaining. When you're not retaining and you're aggressive, that's usually because you're triggered by something or you're emotional. But the aggression that you get on retention is from holding on to a lot of life force energy and having like a lot of testosterone within you. So you just feel like very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel uh like you could do whatever. It's that inner drive that keeps you motivated and keeps you uh like accomplishing your goals. And it's good because when you think about it, our ancestors have like used that aggression to hunt back then and to get shit done. A lot of men nowadays, they're very comfortable. They're very just chilling. They don't really have that inner drive to better themselves. They're just kind of just going with the flow of society and just being lazy and not doing anything, is because they're literally depleting themselves of their own life force energy. So with that comes lack of motivation, drive, ambition, all these things that make you a man. And when it comes to retention, it restores masculinity. Like I mentioned a lot of times in my videos, that your seed is your masculine energy. So every time if you're constantly releasing, guys, you're not going to have that fire within you. So the thing about aggression on retention is that you have to, it's not necessarily bad, but you just have to know how to control it. Because aggression is good because you could use that as fuel, to hit the gym, to work, to do whatever you want to do, hobbies, sports. Guys, you become dangerous on retention because in a good way, because that's how like um athletes use retention as kind of like as fuel, because it just gives them like that extra boost. It just gives them extra strength to like perform. It enhances performance. It enhances everything around your life, guys. Everything just gets enhanced on retention. Boxers like Mike Tyson use retention as like fuel, and as well as like other people like in sports, they use retention because it literally amplifies their performance, guys. I don't really play any sports except for like basketball, maybe, or just things like that, like basketball or hiking, cycling, gym, things in that nature. But I noticed that every physical activity that I do, like I could do it like way better, guys. I just feel like in that flow state energy that comes from retention. So yeah, like I said earlier, it's not a bad thing. You have to just know how to control it, because think of it as like a fire like within you. Fire isn't necessarily bad. It's kind of like an example. If you have fire in a controlled environment, it's beneficial. But what happens if that fire is just like it goes to different places? It becomes destructive, right? So the same thing with your aggression that you'll receive on retention. You just gotta know how to control it, use it to your advantage, but just know like um, you don't have to. You kind of have to like know when to kind of like, how do you say, you have to know when to be calm in certain situations, because you're gonna like intimidate a lot of people, guys. Like if you don't control your aggression on retention, you have like all this life force energy like building up, and you get around these people with no energy. Your presence, your energy is just so much more stronger than theirs, that like the way you talk to them or the way you just come off is just kind of like probably intimidating, um which is kind of funny though. But yeah, man, like it's powerful. It's a powerful tool. So it's just all about learning how to control it. I seen this Joe Rogan quote, or he was talking one time. He was saying that it's better, or he said, people think that you should be weak, you should be a pacifist, you should be something like that, guys. And he's like, no, you should be a monster. You should be ruthlessly ambitious and then learn how to control it. It's better to be a warrior in the garden than the gardener in the war. So what that means, guys, is that it's important to have like, this aggression within you, and just learn when to use it, because it's better to have power and not use it than to not have power and then just be stepped all over in all areas of your life, being a gardener in a war. And yeah, man, like the reason why retention is kind of like kept secret from society is because it's really powerful, guys. If a lot of guys started doing this, it would literally, like, society basically doesn't want a group of strong men. Is basically what it comes down to. They don't want a group of strong men, because when you become strong within, you're like dangerous. Like not necessarily dangerous, but you're now no longer manipulated or controlled by external things. You have the power within, you know, um, and it's very important to know this, guys, because like it's like a silent war out there, guys, on masculinity. But just because society wants you to be a certain way doesn't mean that you have to go that way. Like, we're us as men, we're supposed to be in our masculine frame and our masculine power, because that's how we were designed. We're not supposed to be weak and just like lazy all the time. We're literally supposed to be driven. We're supposed to be motivated. We're supposed to be like hungry, not physically hungry, but hungry to strive and to go after things, guys. So the aggression that you receive on retention, it's like fuel, guys. It's use that as fuel to get things done, to accomplish your goals, to do whatever you want to do, man. Because the thing is that your sexual energy is powerful, but the problem is that when people, like most men, when they get like a urge, they kind of like tame themselves, um and they relapse or they release. But what happens is, when you hold on to that energy, you just start building up a lot within you. You're building yourself up slowly over time. You're harnessing all this life force energy, and you're using it to your advantage. Instead of getting like a urge and then releasing, you hold on to that, and then it just makes you more powerful. Like, it just makes you more powerful because you're not wasting it. You're directing it in a different direction. You're directing it to something physical, or whatever, guys. Whatever you want to direct that energy, you could transmute it in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So every time you get an urge, society tells you that, like, it's a stress reliever and all this bullshit, but in reality they just want you to be uh, a weaker version of yourself, to be a depleted coomer, no, a man with no masculine energy, no drive, no nothing, just just being lazy, just being like, yeah, man, like it's crazy, guys, because I'm still like getting used to this, guys, because like it's crazy, man. Like your life just changes in so many different ways. Me back then, like I never felt like masculine at all, guys. Like I never, every time I was on that fapping bullshit on the hub, I lacked like masculinity, guys. I just felt like something was missing, and I could never figure it out. I would watch like videos on like how to be more alpha and all these things like that, but you can't teach somebody how to be alpha. That comes from within. Or it's not even about being alpha. Alpha is just being like masculine, right? Because I consider myself to be more of a sigma male, kind of like reserved, but I don't have to. I'll make a separate video on that, guys. Beta male versus alpha male versus sigma male. So stay tuned for that video. But yeah, man, like I used to watch like these videos on how to be like more masculine, but they weren't really helping that much. But guys, as soon as I discovered retention and started putting it to practice, like I just naturally started acting more masculine. And it's like I'm still new to this, guys. It's kind of like I'm rewiring myself. I'm becoming like a new version of myself from how I used to be back then. Because me back then, I didn't have like the assertiveness. I didn't have the confidence, the masculine energy that I have now, guys. Like I feel powerful as shit now. Like it's insane. Like I be walking around like I own the freaking place. Like it's not even about ego or anything. It's just you have this big dog energy. You're just like your aura is just like a freaking like a warrior. Everything changes on retention, because you're just carrying yourself. You're just walking around like your head up, your shoulders back. And when you're talking to people, like right now when I'm talking in the video, I just feel very assertive. I just feel very like direct. I don't feel timid. I don't feel shy. A lot of problems that I used to have back then, it got solved, or they just kind of went away ever since I just like started doing retention. Stop watching the hub, because guys, like PMO and all that bullshit, it causes like so much like mental problems that you never directed to that. Like you probably thought that it was normal to be socially anxious, but it has a lot to do with what you're doing like behind closed doors, right? It has a lot to do with how you're gonna feel. So when you eliminate the hub and that fapping bullshit, you just become like a new version of yourself, guys. Like it's crazy. And I know I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I just wanted to say that, guys, that you become aggressive on retention. Like you become a lion, and it's you have like this fearless energy. Like you walk around like you don't care, man. Like um yeah, man. It's kind of like if somebody would try you, like you would like be ready to defend yourself. You know, that's like how it's supposed to be, right? You're not supposed to be like out here all scared and timid and shit. You're supposed to be ready for like anything, guys. If somebody messes with you on the street, like not look for problems. It's not about being aggressive, being like a bully, like, oh, I'm alpha, and then starting problems. Like it's not even about that, guys. It's about being powerful and just knowing how to control that power, knowing how to use that aggression. Like I said, use that aggression for your own good. Don't use it to destroy yourself or to destroy others. Just go on a rampage and shit like that. It's all about knowing how to use that energy and transmute it to better your life, right? So yeah, guys, like that's why I recommend working out, doing some kind of physical activity, so when that aggression kicks in, it won't consume you and then you like release on some like crazy shit. But instead, like meditate. Meditation is a very important too, to kind of be more mindful and kind of like calm yourself down. It's kind of like you have like this energy, and this, you have to like know how to control it, guys, because if you don't, it's just like, you know, like it's just the energy game. That's all it is, man. I'd be hyping myself up too much, guys, sometimes. Like I'd be going all over the place in my videos, but hey, it is what it is, man. So aggression on retention, you know, um yeah, man, it's like it's very powerful, man, because people would misunderstand you as well. Like, people will think that you're like mad or something, but it's just like this raw energy that you have within yourself. The like the way that you do things, it, to another person's perspective, it probably looks like that you're like mad because you're just, you're grabbing things like, or you're just doing things a certain way. But it's not even that I'm mad. Like, for example, guys, I was working out one time. I was feeling super aggressive, and I was like, my dad walked in, and I was just like, in my zone. I was just had my earphones in, very like stoic, and just like crushing it, right? And he thought that I was like mad at him or something like that. Like, later he told me, he's all like, "You mad at me or something?" I was like, "Why would I be mad?" And then he felt that energy for sure, guys. Like, I overpowered, like, not to be like that, but it felt like I kind of like overpowered, my presence kind of like overpowered his, because he thought that I was mad at him for some reason. I was like, why would I be mad at you? Like literally, you didn't even do anything. But people will misunderstand you sometimes when you're on retention, because you're literally different out here, man. You have so much energy within you that you just start doing things a lot different than other people. You start carrying yourself a totally different way than people are used to, right? So you become very intimidating because you become very powerful within. So it's all about learning how to control that energy, guys, um, and use it to your advantage. So I think I'm gonna end I think I'm gonna end the video with that, guys. I'm rambling, but hey, it be like that sometimes, guys. I just be getting all excited and shit, and just trying to put you guys on game. But yeah, man, you use that aggression to your advantage. Don't don't relapse just because you feel like an urge or aggressive. Just use that aggression to better yourself. All right. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna end the video. Holy shit, I'm already at 18 minutes. Wow, time goes by fast, guys. Yeah. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.